Three quick tips for this new C3RO exercise. First of all, you'll notice on the Browse tab there's a CT and an MR. That means there is a fused MR with this data set. The way you can access that is to go over to the right to the Vertical Images tab, and you'll see that the MR you can activate or turn on for visualization by clicking the checkbox. Then you'll see that it now overlays the CT down here in the left leg. This particular data set has been fused not based on bony landmarks or skin exterior, but based on the tumor. So even though this looks non-registered, it is registered. Now what you're able to do here when you're doing contouring is you have these tools for visualization. The secondary data set, you can change the, it'd be default to grayscale, but you can change it to an inverted view, to a colored view, a rainbow view. So however you see things best, you can change it that way. And then you can change its window and level using these slider bars. And then the window and level of the CT can still be done with the mouse like you are used to by now. You can also change the opacity of that top layer. So there's the CT underlying it. And then here's the MR. You can also synchronize the opacity. So as you turn up the opacity in the MR, the CT fades out. So those are your options for using those different tools as you're doing your contouring. That's tip number one, how to use image fusion. Tip number two, just something that's a little bit different with this exercise. There are fewer things to contour, and two of them are provided just as references. So you will see that here is the suite of structures to contour, but the body, which is the green structure, is already provided for you. And then the right femur as well, it's provided for you. So don't bother to contour those. They're just provided. So it's really the GTV, the CTV, the genitalia. And for those of you who do a skin strip, you can contour that as well. Please read the instructions. You'll either contour that or not. And if you do contour it, it's more of a survey of what type of volume do you use as an avoidance structure. Finally, the last tip I have is some of you use only the paintbrush when you're contouring. I'd like to remind you, if you like really smooth contours, for example, I'll just show you with a test contour here, that you can use the line brush with a smooth option. So I'm just going to enter a test structure to show you this. The paintbrush you can make larger or smaller while you draw. And that's a nice tool. You can fill in a volume, you can use it as an eraser. But if you're doing any fine tuning, if you zoom up on this, you'll see that it's not completely smooth. So if you do like really smooth lines that you can draw quickly, just click the draw and then make sure you have smooth turned on. And that way you just click a few points and it will automatically smooth those. So you get this nice organic structure. As long as you can click a few surface points, that's a really fast way to draw contours. So get used to the tools, use whatever you prefer. And good luck, everyone. Thanks for participating.